All right, what's happening, everybody? Let's talk about everybody's favorite subject, and it's mods. Mods. It's literally the most grindiest, unenjoyable thing in this game, but you absolutely need to do it. It is so vital to everything. So I can tell you, so I'm going to show you how I mod, what I do, and maybe there's something there you can pick up and bring into your game. And again, I'm not a mod expert by any means. I don't like doing mods. So if there's something that I can do better, please let me know in the comments because I'd love to know how to make this easier. So before we start, first a quick plug. I was honored to be a guest on the Fabulous Flicks channel. So if you want to see a more, personal side of the Rogue Leader, then click the card in the top right corner, and also go check out Fabulous Flicks. It's a great channel. It gives you a little bit of a different perspective from movies and TV shows. So it's definitely very interesting, the stuff they got going on there. Let's get into mods. Now this is what happens to me all the time. See this? I got too many mods so that I'm getting my mods in my inbox because I'm out of space. Typically where I'm at in the stage of the game, I typically get new mods from events, and if I'm kind of flush with cash, I'm buying mods here. And a lot of the times I'm trying to buy the types of mods I don't normally get from events. So I'm looking for the critical damage, critical chance. I'm looking for offense, speed mods, that type of thing. That's what I'll go shopping for in here. To see, like, this is a great one here. Look at offense on the primary, speed. Let's buy it. Again, it's going in my inbox. So that's where I normally find mods. For you starting out, you might not have access to some of those big events that are giving out mods. So I remember when I was beginning this game, I actually spent a lot of my time in here trying to unlock new mods. And this is where you probably most likely are too. Now, I never farm in here anymore. So I'm always in here getting slicing materials, back and forth between these two main ones probably. And I probably farm these for a few weeks till I have enough where I can go in and maybe do the mod sets or do some mod slicing for like 3 characters. Like mods are that resource heavy between slicing materials, and it's also expensive. And that's even at my stage of the game. And when you're just starting out, you're likely not going to have a lot of these materials to do it. So you have to be very, very precise into which mod you're going to slice and take to the next level, and which one you're actually going to which one you're going to level up with cash. So you got to be very resource particular here. So for example, I would obviously try to get the best mods on whatever team I was using in squad arena time, your arena team. That's obviously a good one to focus on and at least shell out resources to try to get good mods for. And then the only other time really in the beginning stages of the game is if you're going for some sort of legendary character or journey character or something like that, and you need some extra edge, then yes, go for mods, okay? Use your cash, use your splicing, but you gotta be smart about it. So without further ado, it's a lot of talk leading into this. Let's actually get into the mods. So I need to find a character here that I could level up and mod as my example. I can grab from my activate area here. Shout out if you guys do this too, trying to suppress your GP by just like the tiniest little bit. But I'm going for Beskar Mando. It's the closest one I'm getting. So I need Cara Dune, and I haven't actually leveled her up. So let's use her as our example. So number 1, to get mods, you gotta be level 50. All right, so let's level her up to 50. And now let's get into the mods. If you're not sure what to mod the character with, you can always go into here and get the tips from the game. So they're recommending health for Cara Dune. A lot of times you can go with this unless you have a specific need or what that character is going to do on your team. Sometimes, what they recommend isn't going to work for your team. So yeah, you can go rogue. It doesn't have to be exact to what they say. And modding here really is, you can get creative. You can mod characters in any which direction you can be, and you're going to make your character like behave a lot differently than somebody else with the same character. So this is where, some of that creativeness can come through when you're trying to get the most out of a character and what your end objective is. So I normally struggle. Lots of characters need critical chance, critical damage mods, and I normally struggle actually having enough with actual speed. and like, you know, having a triangle that actually has damage or offense, like stuff like that. So a lot of times, if it's not my top flight arena team, or like one of my top 2-3 teams where I'm going to put those awesome mods, a lot of time I'm going to put health mods on stuff. And the reason why I personally do that is because you get so many health mods. So I just end up having a lot of health mods with a lot of good speed. You know, it's fine for the lower levels of your roster. You know, Arnold put out a video talking about modding at the you know, that high level, those high guilds, and it almost made me sick to my stomach that there's actually people out there who remod their entire lineup just for a territory battle, and that guilds require this. Like, that's insane. Like, I remod I'm constantly trying to get my squad arena team mods better, and then I cycle the mods down afterwards, you know, if I'm replacing them. And, you know, if there's like, for example, getting gas, I had to remod my Separatist Droids team multiple times, a bajillion different ways, trying to get the best result. That's the only real time I'm going to do that. And you know what? The game's not fun for me if I'm going to be doing that much additional modding that other people have. But the key is you can still be successful, is you just make sure you're stockpiling and you're always creating good mods, and you're just putting those on your characters. As simple as that. Don't have characters without mods, and don't have garbage mods on good characters. Again, in the early goings, that's not going to really apply to you, but as you start getting a decent base of mods, keep that in mind. Let's mod Cara Dune up here. Again, the reason I got a mod here is because I'm running out of I'm out of mod space. So I gotta delete some mods, and I gotta level some mods up, splice some mods, and go from there. So first off, to see if there's any I can sell right off the hop. Let's go to sell, filter. You want to get rid of your MK1, 2, 3, 4. These are also known as 1, 2, 3, and 4 dot mods. These ones suck. Okay. You want 5 dot mods to start with, but when you're just starting out, you're not going to have a lot of 5 dot mods. So you're going to want to balance, you know, you're going to want to keep some of those around, maybe just not spend all your cash on them, because eventually you're just going to sell them. So what I would always do is you filter for speed, and I don't have a lot of examples here for 4 dot mod. So I have this one here that's only a 4 dot, but it has 12 speed on there, and it's a critical chance. You know what? I'm going to keep it around. Normally I should delete this, but just because it's a good speed number and it has a mod category I don't have a lot in, I'm going to keep it. But if this was you know, potentially you might be deleting everything here. The only ones in the early game that are like 3, 4 dot you might want to keep are the arrows with a primary mod of speed. Okay, those ones are gold in the early going, and as you're going to see, everything's speed. And if you just think of it in simplest terms, the faster your character are, they're going to go first, and then that's just going to start the train going. And basically it means you're going to take more turns than the other team. So if you're taking more turns, you're likely going to, you know, win a lot of the time. You might be getting debuffs out there, you might be getting stuns, whatever. You're putting that team in a bad starting position, and you're just going to start running circles around them. So everything's going to be speed. Okay, so I don't have any 4 dots I'm going to sell. So right off the hop, I don't really have many to sell. So let's get into my actual mods, and I'll sell as I go along. Okay, so again, they recommend health, and I know I have a ton of health mods, so I need to go through my health mods themselves. So I'm going to filter for health. And for sort by speed. Speed's the name of the game, right? For the arrow, I want for Cara Dune here, she's a tank. I'm either going to want health on that arrow or speed. You know, speed's going to be the answer 95% of the time, but depending on your lineup, maybe you want additional health here. If this is General Grievous, you're probably going to have a health mod. You know, if it's someone on a Padme team who's a tank, you might have health, because that means you're going to get more protection, right? So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here, and what do we got here? Primary stat, health. So I'm going to quickly upgrade. So when you upgrade by 3s, okay? So if it was a purple mod, 3 would get me all the secondary stats. If it's the blue mod here, I need to go 6. So I'm just going the minimum. I didn't get any bonus speeds with this one. Sell it. Okay. Let's go again. Critical avoidance. This is one, you know, these ones are actually useful, critical avoidance. I needed these in the gas unlocking. I need to put critical avoidance on, I think, Magna Guard and B2 in order to survive all those hits. Right, we got a speed there. Again, I might even be tempted to sell this. Right, so if I got a speed, then I'm going to take it up the rest of the way. Again, you might be in a position where you don't have many 5-dot mods, and this is, you know, the highest level of 5-dot mods. So this might actually make sense for you to use, you know, if you're low in the category. But like I said, as you get up and you start having overflowing mods like I do, those are the ones you got to get rid of. All right. So we got accuracy here. I don't know whoever uses that. I know it has a speed, but I'm just going to get rid of it. If you found a good use for accuracy, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll regret doing that. Critical avoidance, yep. Health with speed, okay. So now, at the end of the day, what I want here is I want speed, right? So let's find one that has speed. Okay, so this one has speed, defense, offense, protection. So you also want to look at the secondary stats. You got to try to find secondary stats that fit with what your character is. A lot of the time, you might not have any other options. You just got to go with it. So don't get too worked up about it. But, you know, play around and go through them to see what makes sense here. You know, since Cara Dune's a tank, I get some extra defense here and some protection. I'm probably going to go with that one. All right, so I'm going to add that right there, and let's slice it up. So again, out of all the ones, offense is probably the one I didn't want for her, but it is what it is. There's some extra defense. There we go. I'm not going to 6-dot mod that one. You got to be very, very stingy with the ones you want to 6-dot. Same thing here. All right, offense. Let's go up by 6. We got a speed. Okay, could be a good mod. Critical chance. Another primary stat, I don't mind. Let's see what we got here. No speed, so you know what? Let's sell it. If you're filtering this list, see how I have all these triangles in health? If you got like 2 or 3, don't sell it. You know, the triangle ones are probably the most rare ones to actually get. You might need to have one without speed just to complete your mod set, so keep it there. But, like again, if you're in the situation I am now, you know, feel free to sell. Okay, so let's go to the top, and these are going to be my fastest mods because I'm starting speed. So I got a 16 speed here, we got a 12, we got an 11 with crit damage. I don't need crit damage on Cara Dune, so I'm not going to bother trying that one out. I don't need offense for her. Protection potentially, right? I can try leveling on those ones. So let's just splice 1 or 2 here, see if we can get some more speed here. Let's give this one a slicey poos. Do we win the speed lottery? Nope. Again, like just going through this, and you'll see I had over 600 in slicing materials each. You'll see how fast they go just playing around trying to get some extra speed. It's an absolute grind trying to find some speed. There, we got some extra speed there. Okay, so since I still got all these other mods to go to, I'm not going to blow all my slicing materials right here. This is a decent mod, 12 speed, protection. It'll work for Cara Dune. Again, she's not going to ever be a primary team, so that's fine with me. Let's go to the next one. So this one for primary stat, I'm probably going to want, you know, health, protection, or defense again, right? Something in that regard. Again, I'm not going to be too picky. But again, since I got to get rid of some mods, let's go down to the bottom. Let's see what we got here. All right, we got a green one, so that means we got to go 3, 6, 9. Damn good time. Let's try to slice. See, this could be a decent mod, right? I got speed on it, but it's got to win the lottery here. See, protection. I'll give it one more slice. Yeah, see, now I'm at 5 speed. I'm not gonna, maybe I'll slice it one more time for fun. What happens? No, garbage. So wasted all those slicing materials. Come on, give me a speed. Nothing. This is why modding sucks and no one likes doing it. Like literally, I've been squirreling away these slicing materials for 2 weeks, and I'm gonna blow them all without even getting a single speed upgrade. There we go. Finally, some extra speed. Okay, so let's put this one on with some protection. Again, moving on, same process. And again, doing this, leveling up these to 15 as you go along takes a lot of cash. So if you're cash strapped, you're not going to want to be doing this. I mean, you're going to have to get mods, but you're going to be blowing a lot of your cash just doing this. And like you don't even know if you're going to get decent stats out of it. Such a complete crapshoot. All right, so everything here has speed. So let's go to the top. What are my top contenders here? All right, we got one with some more extra defense and some tenacity. Let's give these ones some slices. So there we go. We got a speed there. Slice it again. Come on. There we go. So that's a good mod there. I would take that one to 6 dot probably. All right. So we got double-digit speed on all our mods. We got Carradine up to 207. Again, not great, but certainly not terrible. That'll play, you know, in whatever lineup I use her in. I shouldn't have to touch that anymore. Again, I could go in 6 dot some of these because actually some of these turned out pretty good. So let's go and confirm it. So that's more or less how I go through my characters. Now I know I got some good health ones in there, so now I can go to another character I know that I have health sets on and go through them and see if can I improve that character by putting on one of these health ones I just unlocked. That's kind of just the endless cycle, and I tend to wait, you know, until my inbox backs up, and then I go in there and I do the big purge like I just did. Other people do it daily, totally up to you, but as you've seen, it's a resource strain on cash and slicing material. So if you're limited in both those, choose wisely when to use them. And again, in the early going, when you got those 3-4 dot mods, it's okay in the beginning if you have no other choice. If they don't have speed on them, it's okay if there's no other choice. But once you start getting up to those 5 dot mods, then you can start deleting those ones. And I said, as I said, if you have a 4 or 3 dot mods here for the up arrow with speed, you can keep those in the early goings. Those are critical. Speed is the name of the game, and that's your biggest speed boost is the arrow. Okay, so you want speed there, especially on your squad arena team. I'm cleaned up, so now I can go back out. I can hit up my inbox. I can actually receive these mods now. Got some 4-star mods, so I'm gonna go in and delete those as well. Got some rewards, got my purchase mod. So in summary, the biggest tips, and everyone knows this, is when you're dealing with your mods, only use enough cash to reveal the minimum amount to get all the primary stats. So, you know, you might have to upgrade it 3, 6, 9, or 12 times, depending on what level of mod it is. And then if it's not speed, get rid of it. But if you're in that early going and you don't really have mods, then keep it. Okay, you might have to use it. And again, you might have speed mods, you might have critical chance mods, something like that where you don't have many of them. You might just have to keep them regardless, just so you can get the set bonus when you put them all together. But as you get towards my stage, once you get that 2 to 4 million GP range, where kind of probably you fit in where I am now, you can do a lot more deleting and shuffling around. Not a fun part of the game, but it's definitely necessary to do well at the game. So if you're bored by this video and hate mods as much as I do, please like, please subscribe, and I'll try to bring something a little more exciting to you on the next one. Take care.